What is my opinion after driving Tesla for 4 months? Yeah, I'm satisfied. Yeah. The way it drives, I don't know how you call it. I suppose the suspension on the road. It's fantastic. The responsiveness of the car, amazing. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's fast, it's modern, it's intuitive. Sometimes the software is a bit buggy. You know, for example, the screen, the computer crashes and everything goes black during driving. So that's kind of like, you know, the first time that happened to me, it was like, holy shit, what's happening? You know, how, I mean, I don't see the speed anymore, I don't see any other, anything. I mean, everything is in here, obviously, so then if it falls away, then you're driving sort of blind, you know. But it comes back after like half a minute, it comes back up and then it resets and the car keeps driving. You can still brake and, you know, do everything. So yeah, it's weird and Tesla knows about it. That's, yeah. Other than that, you know, it's intuitive. Like I said, you know, it's perfect. Almost perfect, not perfect, almost perfect. I think that the technology for electrical cars is still relatively young. I mean, obviously we know it's young, but it's not really going fast. You know, for example, the battery capacity of this car, it's, yeah, you know. So I have the car now for 4 months, and I drove a little bit more than 21,000 kilometers. Okay. So obviously for me that's a lot. You know, that's like 5,000 kilometers per month. Averagely of 1,000 to 1,200 kilometers per week or something. I don't know. Point is, it's for me it's a lot. So I use this car a lot, and I have to charge it really often. You know, luckily I can charge it most of the times quite relatively easy. You know, in the city where I work, on the streets in the normal neighborhoods, there's charging poles pretty much in every street. So plenty of choice. So I'm not complaining about that. But when you want to take a long travel, you know, you take a long distance. For example, you go on holiday, on vacation. It can be more challenging. You really have to plan your route from pole to pole, you know. And obviously, when you have a benzene car or diesel, you just drive and, you know, whatever. There's every 10 kilometers or so, there's a benzene station. So you have to change your expectations and change your view on driving, change your perception, I suppose. But yeah, that's it. You know, those are the only critical things that I can think of. Yeah, every now and then I get software updates. Right now there's software updates ready for me, waiting for me, but I didn't have an opportunity to connect to Wi-Fi yet. So as soon as I connect to Wi-Fi, then I can download the new update. I mean, and come on, let's be honest, you know, how many people can say that their car gets better over the years instead of getting older? Teslas and I think other EVs with Tesla, they're getting better over the years, you know, because we get new software updates constantly. Every few weeks there's new software updates which gives new features, security or stability or whatever, but it's always new features that enhance the driving experience and safety even further, even more. So yeah, what kind of car driver can say that, you know, hey, my car gets better every week? So yeah. Probably you guys already seen a lot of Tesla Model 3 videos on YouTube. If not, this screen is it. This is it. There's no other controls in your car. Yeah, of course there's these sticks here and the little wheels here, but that's it. You know, I mean, the speedometer or whatever you call it, it's on here. Well, obviously your navigation is on here, but also your menu, you know, for your lamps, for your mirrors, your steering wheel, you know, here your lamps, even more detailed. What kind of settings do you want? You know, how to lock it, how to unlock it. You want to use a key or your iPhone, for example. In my case, my iPhone. So my iPhone is my key. You know, when I walk away, it locks automatically. So everything you want to do, settings, it's in here. Yeah, of course, autopilot. Who doesn't know? Who hasn't heard about the famous Tesla autopilot? So since like 3 months or so. So 1 month after I got the car, I also got the update for autopilot. The basic one, not with auto summon and automatic lane changing. I don't have it. I have the basic autopilot, which is nothing more basically than a glorified adaptive cruise control. That's it. You know, it's first time was cool, like, oh cool, you know, it's driving itself. But yeah, like I said, it cannot change lanes, it cannot take an exit, it can only slow down and increase speed. That's it. And it's very sensitive. Very sensitive. So even if there's a car still way ahead of me and it's driving slower than me, it not only slows down the Tesla, it also like hits the brake, you know, like it's not really. So for me, the autopilot, it sounds cool, self-driving cars, but like with the batteries, the capacity, it's still early technology, you know, it still need to be improved, in my opinion. It's my personal opinion, so maybe other people have different opinions. Probably they do. So I don't really often use it, the autopilot. I only use it if the roads are quiet or almost empty. For traffic jams. In traffic jams, it's really perfect, because then I just turn on autopilot, you know. I just sit back and yeah. Well, I would almost say relax. So yeah, and of course you have to pay attention. You can't fully rely on the autopilot itself. It's too dangerous. There are videos all over YouTube of people who trusted too much or entirely on their autopilot with serious consequences. For me, the autopilot itself, it's always been reliable. Like I said, maybe a little bit too reliable, too sensitive, but I'd rather have it too sensitive than the opposite. But yeah, there have been cases of people in where the autopilot didn't work or too late, and yeah, with all the consequences as a result. So even though I use it, if I use it, I still do pay attention to the road and everything around me. Yeah, so there's another famous, I don't know, feature in Teslas is the Easter eggs, which is called the toy box. Here, you know, like an arcade box, for example. Then you go to the games, Atari games. I'll get back to that later. So here we have the fireplace. Yeah, it's funny. And what else? Oh yeah, you can drive like you're on Mars. That's funny. No, I shut it down. Okay. What else? I don't know, what is this? Okay, that's funny. That's new for me. It's called the Rainbow Road. So they say that's press the driving stick, this one, 4 times down quickly when the steering automation autopilot is enabled. Then the road will change into an enormous rainbow with a cowbell.
Can we try?
No, because I'm parked. You have to do it when driving. And then there's the arcade, the Atari games. That's quite funny and cool. I used it once or twice while I was stuck in traffic. Couldn't do anything. I was literally standing still for hours because of a serious accident. So yeah, so of course, who doesn't know Centipede? Okay, I have to give you a warning. I'm really terrible at this. Oh yeah, start. Like that. Told you I'm terrible in this game. But it does bring back old memories from when I was a young kid. So, I mean, who could have thought that when I was a young kid in the 80s, that I don't know what 30 years later I would be playing the same game, but then in a self-driving electrical car. Who knows? 30 years from now, it's fully autonomous flying cars on Mars. So then it's not a funny screen on Mars anymore, it's actually a navigation on Mars. So yeah, who knows?
Cowbell. Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Okay, this is by far the most funny feature in this whole car, really.